Hi everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen. We're going to make some praline bars, and this is a recipe that's been around for a long time. So I just took a sheet of parchment paper and lined my baking sheet with it, and I put 24 squares on there, and these are graham crackers. These are plain honey graham. You can use cinnamon graham if you prefer, but the graham is whole, but each one of these whole ones count as 2. So you put 24 and on there close together, and we're going to set this aside for a minute. Just going to set it aside and go to the next part of the recipe. Alright, in this pan I've got a half a stick of butter that's cold, and I just cut it up so it would melt easier, and a half a cup of brown sugar. And if that brown sugar looks weird, it's because it's some I made myself, and it's darker than usual. Now we're going to put this on a burner, a medium burner, and let it melt and boil. And when it starts boiling, you time it. Time it for 1 minute. And then we'll be back. Alright. Here's my stuff, my brown sugar and butter. And you are stirring this constantly the whole time it's on the stove. And once it starts boiling and you let it boil for a minute, you take it off the heat and add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now all I'm going to do from this point is pour it on these graham crackers. And you know, try to cover them all so that you don't have to, because you want to even this out. So you actually don't want to have to push this stuff too far, right? You want to get it so that you can spread it out without too much trouble. Now I hope that I've already told you to preheat your oven to 350. And you want to make sure that it's good and preheated. So I got this on there. Gotta work, I'll say work pretty fast, but this is going in the oven after I get all this sauce on here. Whoops, a daisy. I'm going to get a little bit more over here. But you know, if it's not exactly spread right, don't worry about it. It's going to taste wonderful. I promise you. So here we go. Alright, now this is going in the preheated oven for, I have no idea. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how to turn that off. Isn't that awful? Alright. This is going in the preheated oven for 8 to 10 minutes. When it starts bubbling, after it's been in there a while, it is ready to take out. And we'll get to the next step when I get to that point. So right now I'm putting it in the oven. This parchment is the non-stick type, but I don't suppose it matters as long as if you don't want a big cleanup, just put something down. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. This, excuse me. This only took about 6 minutes, so keep your eye on it because it says 5 to 10 minutes. Now I put the vanilla in there, and I put just a pinch of salt when I was mixing up the praline stuff. Alright, now that it's bubbled, you're going to take some chopped pecans while it's hot and put them all over the top. The recipe says a half a cup. I accidentally ground more than that. I may or may not use all of them. It doesn't matter. But if you don't forget, add that little 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, because it really adds to the flavor of something sweet. A lot of times it doesn't call for it, but believe me, it's a good thing. Alright, now we're going to let these cool just a bit, and then we'll be back. Should I zoom in? Look at those things. Hold on. Alright, I've let these cool down just a bit. And now, I mean, if you miss where the actual line is on the graham cracker, it doesn't matter. But just go in and cut them apart. With a knife. Now, I used toasted pecans on these, but you don't have to. You can use walnuts. You can use almonds, which would be good. You could use macadamia nuts. I wouldn't use cashews, but I mean, that's entirely up to you. Whatever you choose to use, that's whatever you think your family will like. That's what I would use. Alright, okay, we've gotten between these now, and we're going to let them sit here and cool completely. We're not going to move them until then. Hi, we're back. I cut these, the little graham cracker squares again in half, so they'd be little triangles. Just much easier to eat. And when they were cool enough, but not cold, but cool enough to handle, I pushed the nuts down in there so they'd be more stable. But that is a quick, easy treat to take to an outing, a Christmas party, family and friends. And I thought you'd enjoy it. I know it's old. A lot of you may have already made this. You can put, when you take this out of the oven, you can put chocolate chips all over the top and wait for them to melt and spread them out. And then put the nuts on. But I wanted just a praline bar because, you know, sometimes during the holidays you get chocolated out. So you do it whichever way you want to. Thank you for coming in today and spending a little part of your day with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, you all take care.